question is in regards to so I attempted to do the Git, is it the GitHub Actions project,
Mm-hmm.
and for some reason I'm getting issues with that. I could share my screen to show you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let me. Do you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I get to the part of running the YAML script to in GitHub, as far as like with the deployment, I'm getting this configure AWS region name, and I saw another authentication issue, but I retried it this morning and I got this error message.
Okay. Can we look at your code? So you
Okay,
can
yeah,
see
sure.
go back to where you were. You can see it is telling you over there invalid key value per missing equal sign in authentication header. But the main how you troubleshoot this is on this job, configure AWS credentials. That's where the error is coming from this job. So you have to look at that job and figure out what if there's like you have a typo or you're missing something. So that's where we will look. So go to that job and let's see.
Okay, how do I just click this? How do I go to the job?
Is in your Visual Studio Code, the code you push to
Oh, okay. You mean show my code.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me, so this is it right here.
All right. Um figure hold on. Let me look at my code.
Can you make
Run
it
a
bigger?
bunch. Run a
Oh, you
bunch
mean
of
the font?
Yeah, prompt. Can you make it bigger? I want
You know
bigger.
what? Let me do something. Let me do something instead. Let me let me share it through my actual laptop screen because I was sharing through my big screen.
your big screen. I can tell. It's fine. I can
Y-
see it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let me for others, let me give me a second. Let me share it on my smaller screen.
okay.
I didn't know you couldn't see it easy. My bad.
No, it's fine. No, if you can see, it's fine that you said something. It's fine.
Yeah, so everybody could.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So 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 the main thing is probably let's say you have your access key ID, secret access key, um that uh, then you have your job configure AWS credentials latest Ubuntu. Uh
And
that
just to mention,
actions, go
yeah,
ahead.
just to mention one more thing too as well. So I was getting an issue with this way, couldn't find AWS region, and what I did was instead of having it as a template, as in such env dot AWS region, what I did was I just hard coded it directly here, and I think it went past that and led me to this issue we're troubleshooting now.
Well, yeah, it should find it if you have it there, it should find it. So you probably just have to review whatever code you had there and maybe you have a typo there. Because if you just It's the same thing as the other one, just the same way it is picking up the other one, it should pick up that too. So I think you should have it as how you did line 21.
Yeah, I think I did,
So
but yeah,
can
that yeah.
you can change that back to that. Just do copy those two brackets, and there
Okay.
isn't a space in the bracket, so there shouldn't be a space there.
So like this. Control C.
So line 8.
Line 8.
Yeah, so fix that for so change that to AWS region, line 23.
So region name, correct?
Yeah. All right. So your bracket, there isn't a space there. So remove the space between the brackets.
I think the IDE did that automatically.
Oh, no. There's a space.
Oh,
There's a space in the EMV, like the EMV part, there's a space, but the two brackets, remove the space. Remove the space there.
so remove this space
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
and
about to
this.
remove. Yeah.
Okay.
So do the same thing for the rest of them. All right. Also
So
on line 8, 9.
okay.
All right. Now push this one and let's see.
Okay. Let me just paste in issue. Okay. Now let me push.
All right.
Okay,
Go
now
to GitHub Actions.
I got multiple screens. It's where's that screen at? Oh, so that worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it was the spacing issue that was causing it.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
click on it, click on that job. Yeah. So it worked. So it's the spacing issue. So the thing about YAML is YAML is very sensitive. Like if things don't are not where it needs to be or how it should look, it would throw error where um JSON format is a little bit more forgiving. As long as everything is nested in the bracket, it would still understand what you are trying to do. But YAML is not like that. So, and another clue is I actually like how yours is um printing on your screen. So go back to that your Visual Studio Code. I want to show you something.
Yeah, where's my
So a clue for you is you see how all those things lit up when
yes,
you had the right format. So
yeah,
as you start writing your code, anything you are referencing in the bracket like that, uh, you want to make sure whatever you've done previously that is correct, they should all look like that in terms of how the colors that those text are. And the bracket is yellow, the text is like that bluish color, right? So
yeah,
any other things you are referencing in your next coming jobs that you'll create should follow. If it is not in those color, then it means it's probably wrong, right?
it's probably
So yeah,
yeah, that,
So that's another clue that I use to, especially when I'm working in Terraform, that's another clue I use to make sure that I'm actually doing things in the right format. But I'm not sure why yours is lighting up like that. Maybe you have
Yeah,
some
it
type of
was
extension. I don't.
yeah, I got it actually yesterday. How do you see which extensions you
It's right there. So you're right
so
there, right there. See, you're under installed.
installed?
These are all the extensions you have. So it's
Give
probably
me
that color
GitHub
may
Actions.
GitHub Actions. That's what it
Yes.
is. Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, cool.
So you guys could get that. Yeah, GitHub Actions.
Okay, cool, cool. I think I had it before, but somehow I removed it. All right. That's good. Cool. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you all.
All right. Crypto we have how does someone contact you? So you can contact me on my website. You can contact me on my from my website, and my email is also info. Let me type it here. It's info uh, at AOS Note. That's my info. You can contact me either, um, and you also see it on the website too. So did I type that right? I think I have a space there. Hold on. Let me retype it. Yeah. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, so you can contact me that way. Yeah. Oh, you have the 6-month call. The link, the Zoom link is in the host code. The Zoom link is in Slack. So are you on Slack? The Zoom link is in the Slack, so you can use it to join. You're welcome. All right. Does anyone else have any AWS question?
Uh, uh, I don't have an AWS question, but I got an update. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
let me
sure.
know if you let me know if you went through this before. Now, I'm having jobs reach out to me,
Mm-hmm.
but I have this one particular guy. He want to reach out to me, but he want me to move to North Carolina or Denver. I have no plans on moving to North Carolina or Denver. Is that something that you encounter in your line of work? Well, people trying to get you to move to a different area, but the job is hybrid. It's not remote.
Yeah, they sometimes they do that. I mean, that whatever they want is what they want, right?
Right.
So sometimes they do that, where sometimes they do that where they want you to move, right? So yeah, whatever they want is what they want. So sometimes, yes, if the job is hybrid, they will want you to live locally to the area, right? So
Right.
it sounds like that's what this person wants. They
Yeah.
want you to live locally in the area. Well, if you're
He,
not willing to move, just discuss it with them. Just discuss it with them, or discuss it with them and try to negotiate. Like, and if you can, if that don't work, then I
yeah.
guess you just have to
I,
look for another one.
I try to well, this is what his counter was. I told him where I live at and where
Mm-hmm.
I'd be comfortable moving to and
Mm-hmm.
from. Where his
Mm-hmm.
counter was, uh, okay, well, we gonna pay for all your expenses if you was to move to either this area, North Carolina, or Denver. I'm never gonna move to no Denver, and I don't think I'm gonna move to North Carolina for a job. No, I don't think so. No, I
Yeah.
just told him.
So yeah, you probably just have to look for another one then, because if that's what they want, and that's just what they want, you know. Sometimes, yeah, they do that. They want you to move. So you just have to.
But the good thing, I'm
Oh, you're
having
not
them.
able to screen it. Says, yeah, we're not sharing anything. Let me just share my screen. But um, yeah, not sharing anything at the moment. That's why. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead then.
but the good thing, they're reaching out. That's the whole good thing about it. They're reaching out.
Yeah,
They're trying.
that is good. As long as you're getting a call back, that is the main thing. Something else something will come up. So that's the main thing. You want to make sure you're getting a call back. So as long as you're getting a call back, you you are good. right? Yeah. The callback is the main thing. The callback is the main thing. Sorry.
I I started to do it, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna move to Denver, North Carolina. I just probably wanted the interview part, like the interview part, just to turn it down. Do you think that's like a distaste kind of?
No, girl, no, do it. I mean, you're still considering it, right? So go through it's actually a good idea because they're doing the same thing too. They're interviewing multiple people. You're not the only one they're interviewing. So I would say, yeah, go through the interview process. And I mean, it will be a good experience. It'll be a good experience for you. So for sure, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's a good step in the right direction. So yeah.
Well, what you got going on, AV? What you got going on? What you doing?
All right. Yeah. So does anyone else have any question? Do I have a community? Crypto. Yeah. Crypto we have. Yes, I do. Yeah. So I do have a. Yes, I do. But it's usually So the people that I'm talking to on Zoom now, those are people that are in my mentorship program. So it's paid. It's paid for, right? It's not um it's paid for. One techno is about AWS. So where did you see you're saying SolidWorks? Those are just the apps that I have on my thing. I used to do 3D design. That was my previous field before I switched to AWS. Oh, yeah, you wish you had that problem of no, I mean it takes time. You just gotta hang in there. Oh yeah, one tech is because I used to do 3D design. That was my previous field before I switched to AWS. So I still have the software on my computer. All right. So um so does anyone else have any AWS question before we shift? There's actually something I want to show you guys. I think whatever I used to tell you guys about I think whatever I used to tell you guys about options, this week was probably like a perfect example of it. But then I also made some stupid mistake this week. Oh man. Sometimes I just don't learn. I'll show you guys just a second. I'm trying to send the pictures to myself so I can show you guys. But I kind of have a
Aziz,
good go ahead. Go ahead.
can I ask you one thing? So, after the call last week, I started doing like my own research. So,
hmm
first, is it options trading? That's what you do, or you do day trading, or a
I
combination of both?
I do options trading and I day trade it. Yes. So it's options trading and you day trade it. Yeah.
But to my understanding, what options trading you need is like capital intensive, right?
No, it's not.
Huh.
So
I
so
guess I'm
when
getting
you when we
confused by
talk
YouTube
okay.
then. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. YouTube is probably like YouTube is like a gift and a curse because although you get good information on YouTube, sometimes the problem is you have to sort through which information to trust and which information is good, right? Um, that's the only thing about YouTube that I don't like because everybody just try. You know what I don't like about a lot of some creators on YouTube? They always want to. They are recording their video based on what they think the algorithm is going to push and what the algorithm is telling them that people want to watch. So sometimes they'll just give information in a way that don't help you as a beginner. So, so when you talk about day trading just means that you bought a stock today and you sold it today. It could be you could buy shares, you could buy options, right? It just means that you are buying it and you are buying it, and when you make profit, you sell it. Do you understand that part? That's just what day trading means, right?
Okay.
It means that you bought a stock today. It could be you buying just shares or you buying options, and when you make profit on it, or maybe you lose the money, you sell it. So that's day trading, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
options
yeah.
is, so I think what you're probably getting confused is you can buy shares, right? You can you can buy shares. So meaning that if Apple was $2 today, I could go and buy that share at $2. Then if let's say Apple goes to $3, then I sell it and I make $1 profit. That is buying shares of a stock, right? So when you buy shares, whatever the price of that stock is, right? Let me show you. So and this would lead to why people do options. So let me just use Tesla as an example. Tesla stock, right? So if you want to buy Tesla stock right now, right? One share, just one, will cost you $349, $350, right? Whatever price you're seeing here, at the time you are trying to buy, that's what it's going to cost you, right? So let's say you bought one shares of Tesla today and this share either went up or went down and you sold it today or tomorrow. That is considered day trading. You understand? Right. So that's just what day trading is. So the problem is that sometimes some stock gets so expensive. Like for example, now Tesla is at almost 350. Let's just say 350. An average people like us don't have let's say I feel like in order for you to see profit in stock, you have to have at least 100 shares and more, right?
Yep. That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
Right. So people like us don't. So if I want to buy 100 shares of Tesla right now, right, let's just say 100 of at this price that Tesla is, it would have to be 100. That would be like 35,000 or so. I'm just showing. That would be uh, 100 times 349.98. Yeah. So let's just say 35,000. So you would have to have $35,000 right now to buy 100 shares of this, right? 100 shares of Tesla. But a lot of people don't have 35,000 just cash like that. That's why they always say the rich gets richer, because some people that have millions are the ones that can just throw money into it. Because if you have $1 million, if you see an opportunity to buy something, you know it's going to go up, you make money from it. So how regular people like us that don't have 35,000 upfront to buy just 100 shares of something, how you can still make money from Tesla is you do options trading. And options trading is, so let me, Yahoo Finance. So I'm just going to put Tesla in here. Tesla stock. No, I don't want to be, I want to be Yahoo Finance. That's what I want. I'll put Tesla here. Right. So this is Tesla. You can see the same price. Now, if I go to options, right? That's what I'm saying. You guys can use Yahoo Finance. It's just very detailed. It has everything. Old school, can you type your email here if you don't mind? Or tell me whatever name you used to purchase it, and I'll go check. And I'll just resend you the Slack invite. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I send it, it goes to your spam folder. So if you don't check there, you probably won't see it. But let me know what name I should send it to, and I'll resend it to you. All right. So this is Tesla, right? This is option. So what you are saying here is calls. I like this about Yahoo Finance because they are pretty much showing you on this page all the contracts that are out there. So here you can see call, and if I scroll down here, you can see puts, right? So call just means that you are speculating that the price of Tesla is going to keep going up, right? So right now is at 349, right? So whatever you are speculating that Tesla is going to go to, so how option is like you can see the date here. This is May, and usually a contract usually go 1 week. So the earliest contract expiration date you can get is 1 week. There are some contracts that go day by day, but majority of majority of them is like every week, right? So you can see this date here is May 23rd, right? So you can pick any date you want. So May 23rd is next Friday, right? So once you pick your date, right? Here you see where you see strike. This is equivalent to the price you are seeing here. So the strike means that you are speculating that Tesla will go to any of this price. So you pick whatever price you want based on where you think Tesla is going to go. So obviously here Tesla is already past $50. So typically people always let me just slow down, right? So Tesla is already past $50 here, right? But if you want to buy Tesla at $50, this means that you are already buying a stock that's already past that price by a large amount. So that means this is the amount you're going to pay for one contract here, $299. Are you following me? Or
Yeah, the strike, for example, with that top row, the strike is how much the buyer's predicting Tesla price will fall to, correct?
we'll go to. So if you are
So
doing call means the stock will go up. Put, that's the main thing I do, call and put, right? Call means the price will go up. Put means the price will drop. So when you are
so
buying a contract, you have to specify whether you want to buy call or put.
so if you could scroll back up with that call, when we see that 50, so are we saying it's gonna go up by 50 points, by
No,
$50?
no. So what this brings me to the next point. So when you buy any stock, you can buy it even if it has passed that price. This they call this you are buying it in the money. It's already past that price. You understand? So if Tesla keeps going up, you will just continue to make money. You understand? I know it's kind of like
Mm,
confusing. Let's
yeah.
move forward a little bit, right? So
Okay.
when if you pick this $50 price, is equivalent to this price. You are saying that you are buying a strike for Tesla at 50, right? So
Okay.
if Tesla has already passed 50, you will just pay whatever premium they are charging you for it, right? And if Tesla keeps going on, let's say Tesla goes from 349 to 360, this price you pay for it is also going to increase. This price would now can be like 350. Then that's how you make money. As long as from the point you buy it, whatever price Tesla is, if the price keeps going up, you'll make money. And if the price drops, you'll lose money. Does that make sense? But this just means that this $50 means that Tesla at $50, but the $50 is like you are buying it in the money. It has already passed that price. So you will pay the premium for it. It will
So
make
if I
sense.
want,
Go ahead.
okay.
Ask me your question.
I guess maybe I'll wait till you continue. This still kind of a little confusing. So if I
Okay.
wanted to get in with that strike price at 50,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to put down 299 basically.
Yes, right. But here's the trick, right? The 299 you are seeing here is this is the price of the contract. One contract is, so this is how options work. One contract is $2.99, which is what you are seeing here. But there is 100 shares in one contract. So this is why people do options, right? Remember I told you you can get one share of Tesla, you would have to pay this amount. But
Yeah.
now when you do one options, right? Options is in one contract, there are 100 shares. It's always like that. You
Yeah.
can't decide. There's 100 shares. So this 299 for one, this 299 is for one share. So now you will have to multiply. So let's say you want to get one contract, right? So it will be 299 times 100. 299 times 100. This is how much you are going to pay for one contract.
Mm.
You understand? So that's why you
Yeah.
see that $50 price is not cheap, because Tesla is already past $50. The likelihood of Tesla, you understand? The thing about options is like you are speculating a price that a stock will go to. So, and the thing about it is, if the stock has already passed that price, the contract will be extremely expensive. But if the stock has not got to that price yet, the contract will be extremely cheap. You understand now?
Yes, it's kind of making sense.
Yeah,
I
you
just
just
need
have
to
to
think
think
about
about
it
it.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right. So we have $50 here, and I just told you, um, you will pay, uh, you're going to pay, how much did I just calculate now? 29,000,
29,000.
right? For one contract. So now let's go to, Tesla is at 349. Now let's go to like, let's say Tesla will go to, I'm speculating that Tesla will go to 380, right? So this is
Yeah.
380 here. This is the price I have to pay. So now look at this price. That's $3, right? So
Yeah.
that is three. Again, you multiply 3 times 100. Let me start all over. So it's 3 times 100. That's how much you pay for one contract. So you can see the difference.
Okay.
Is you still, one contract is one contract and there are 100 shares in it. The difference is, for this contract of Tesla going to 380, you are paying $300 versus Tesla at 50, you are paying 29,000, right? You know why that is? Because Tesla is at 249 now. Let's just say 350, right? And you are saying in 1 week's time, you think Tesla's price is going to go to 380. That is why that contract is very cheap. You understand? Because it's still kind of like there's some challenges there that you are facing for Tesla to go to 380. You understand?
Yeah. But for Tesla to go to $50 though, I think that would be a no-brainer.
But Tesla, so look at the core part, the core. That's what you want to look at. So if you say you are
Yeah.
buying core, it means it will keep going up.
Okay.
So if Tesla is already at 350, you have already passed the $50.
Okay.
You understand? That's why that
Yeah.
contract is extremely expensive. That is how you make money in options. If you say a stock, think about it this way. If you say a stock will go to a price, because at some point, let's say Tesla this week now goes from 349, and Tesla now passed the 380, Tesla went to like 400. You can see now that you've passed 380, right? But
Yeah.
this $3, as the stock price keeps going up, this $3 will be $4, it will be $5, then it will be $20, then it will be $30. However, the premium keep getting expensive. You pay $3 for it, but by the time Tesla gets to 380, this $3 can be $20 or $30. That's how you make money.
So initially, if I get in on with this $3, since you said one contract has 100 shares, will
Mm-hmm.
I be paying $300 or $3?
$300.
Okay, so I'll be paying three. If I wanted to get in, I'll pay $300.
Correct.
Okay, then it'll be the profit of like with the stock going up. So with the stock going up, it will be whatever profit times 100, correct?
Exactly. So as this 380 goes to 39, as the stock goes to 380, you this $3, the contract price will no longer be $3. It might be $20. And I'll show you some examples today. It might be $20, it might be $30, it might be $40, right? So
Oh,
whatever you
okay.
see here, you will have to multiply it times 100. That would be your profit. So let's say you bought it at $3 and the thing went to 380 and this now became $20, right?
Okay.
This now became $20. So it would be 20 times 100. And that's how, and if you subtract your initial investment, 300, you would have made 1,700,
Mm.
right? I'll show you a
Yeah.
perfect example. That is how you make money, right? So, so typically people that trade options, they, if you, the rule with option is if you want to buy cheaper contract, you have to buy, you have to predict the stock going to a price that it has not already got to yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But if you are picking the price that the stock has already gotten to, you will just pay whatever premium that is, which they are always very, very expensive. Hope that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's in the case where you give the example of maybe then 35,000 in that, so since the price has risen past that 50, how would you make money in that scenario? Would the contract go up again?
Just
Would
a
you
second.
like,
Just a second. Just a second. Old school, just do you mind typing your email here? And if you don't mind type, if you do mind, just send your email to me at here, and I'll send it to you. Whatever email you want me to send the Slack invite to, I'll send to you. Because usually, sometimes this does happen from time to time where people don't get the invite. But send me your email again. I'll resend the invite to you. So send it here. All right. Sorry. Go ahead. What was your question?
yeah, so with that, if you scroll back to the top with the topmost request right there. So if we're paying that, I think how much was it? Was it 30,000 or whatnot
Mm-hmm.
for that? Since the Tesla stock price has risen past $50, how will we make money in that scenario? Let's say hypothetically, if we got in on that. So,
All right.
so will
Right.
the price keep going up or
It
how?
would be exactly right. So that's why I'm saying you buy. This is called buying it in the money because
Okay.
there is no challenges for you meeting the $50 thing. Tesla has already met it, right? So
Yeah.
at the time when the stock was 349, this is how much that contract is, right? So let's say now this stock went to 380. This 299 you are saying is not going to be 299 anymore. It might be 399.
Mm,
So everything as this, so this is how you should look at it. As the price of this stock keeps going up, right? All
yeah.
of this will keep going up. And if
Mm,
the price of this goes down, all of this will keep going down. You understand?
okay.
I mean the contract price, right? Yeah. So as the stock price is going up, this will keep going up. So another thing in options that counts against you is the time. Because you have to think about it. We are saying that we think this price you are saying here means that this stock stays at this price by next week. So let's say during the week the stock drops, the time is now counting against you. You understand? So when you say a stock was going to go to a price and you pick every contract as a date, the stock has to get to that price by that date. If it doesn't get to that price by that date, you will start losing money.
Okay. What if it gets to that price and it drops before that date?
So At any point you buy your options, you can sell it. That's why I say you can day trade it too.
Okay.
You understand? So you don't have to
Yeah.
wait till it gets to the date. The point of the date is to protect yourself. Because if you
Okay.
say, oh, Tesla is going to go to 380 and you don't know when it's going to go to it, but you can say, like, for example, right now I have some contract for NVIDIA, right? I'm speculating that NVIDIA is going to get to 160, but I don't know when. Guess what I did? I bought 2 years contract. So that 2 years is
Okay.
just giving me enough time for the stock to go up and down, go up and down. And eventually in 2 years, I think at some point, I know it's going to get there. You understand? Right.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I think it's making more sense now.
so
Yeah.
yeah, the date is how you protect yourself. But get this, the longer date you pick, the more expensive the contract gets.
Mm.
So you can say here is May 23rd, right? So let's pick May 30th. You can see, um, you can see May 30th, the $50 call. You can see the price, right?
Yeah, it seemed like it dropped in this
No,
scenario.
let me see. They probably just haven't updated because
Driving,
it
okay.
shouldn't. It's probably not updated because it should be more, right?
Okay.
So, because this is just Yahoo Finance, but on the brokerage page, you will see, and sometimes it can also drop too, and get there. Sometimes the price could be cheaper. That's why I'm saying when you are finding options contract, it's all about finding the best contract, because sometimes you know why this contract is cheaper. This one, right? When you are buying options, this is what you want to look at. So if I click on that May 20 thing, right? Some of the things that affect um, an options price will also be open interest, meaning that how many people are interested in it and all that stuff, right? So sometimes you can find a really good deal in options where the date is longer, but the price is cheaper. Yes, that does happen. But typically, the longer the date you pick, so let's say if I want to buy this $50 call now, Tesla, December 2027, this is how much you'll be paying.
Mm.
That's $5 call. $50 is right here. This is how
So
much
it's
you'll
gonna
be
be
paying.
it's gonna be that price times 100.
Times 100, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
It's always whatever the contract price you see times 100 because there's always 100 shares in one contract.
Yeah, yeah. I still think it's still a little barrier to entry because you have to buy 100 right off the bat.
Yeah, so, but that's why people do options because if you wanted to buy 100 shares of Tesla now, we just saw that it will cost you 35,000. But you can have access to the same 100 shares for where I showed you here as low as $300. You understand? That's how people make money. But obviously, there's something about options where if the stock goes to this thing, you can buy the underlying share. I don't I don't know as much to that yet. I just only trade options just when the contract gets expensive, I sell it and make money.
Mm. So
You
basically,
understand?
the way you're going to be making money on options is the contract price moving up, not direct. I
Exactly.
mean, it's tied to the stock, but
It's
not directly from the stock profit.
exactly. Exactly. You are right. It's not from the stock profits. It's not from the stock profit, but it is tied to the stock in terms of the contract gets expensive when the stock price goes up if you buy call. You understand? So
Okay, yeah,
so
makes sense.
yeah, as the stock price goes up, your contract will also get expensive, and that's how you make money. And I'll show you a perfect example, right? Um, Crypto we have, you can put it, what's the minimum amount? Any amount you have, really, it's just about the contract. Sometimes you can find contracts that are like 5 cents. Sometimes, and I'll show you a contract that I bought last week that was 10 cent. 10 cent, meaning that one contract, 10 cent contract, the total amount I paid for the contract was $10 because it's 10 cent times 100, right? So it's really the minimum that a contract has gone to that you will find is 1 cent. So you can find contract for 1 cent, meaning that if you want to buy that contract, you can pay $1 for it. So that's the minimum contract you'll see. So it's really any amount. You can start with $100. You can start with $50. Whatever you have will dictate what you can buy. Like for example, now that I just showed an example of Tesla being $300. Let's say you only have $500 budget. Let's say you only have $500 budget. You won't be able to afford that. So, but the minimum contract you will find is 1 cent, which is $1. Someone will say something.
Are you using a paid version of the Yahoo Finance?
What did you say?
Are you using a paid version of Yahoo Finance?
Oh, am I using a paid version? Yes, I am. But the free is good too. So you can try the free one. You don't have to start with the paid one. Just start with the free one and then go from there. Yeah, I'm trying to send an email to myself. I don't know why it's not working. Just a second. Let me try it again. And I'll show you guys a good example of that today. Um, I think I had a let me just see. Hopefully it comes through the email. I'm trying to because it's on my phone. I'm trying to send it. Maybe I'll send it to my Yahoo email. Maybe that will go. Let me try Yahoo. But sometimes Gmail always. Hmm. Yeah. Maybe somehow my phone is not sending it. Let me try again. I'm just going to. What other ways can I send this thing? Share. Maybe I can put it in my. Let's see if I can put it in my Google Drive. Hmm. Let's see if it comes through now. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to download all of this. I'm gonna go in my downloads folder. All right. So this is an example of sometimes when I say like options is very good in terms of if for me, what options present is just the and even like being in the doing the stock market is just the potential that is there, right? So if you have if you know something there's the potential there, it's just a matter of doing research to find honestly, and they're always there every single day. Finding it is where it might be difficult, but they are there every day where you will see things that are moving, things that will opportunity to make money. So look at this. This is like my options. I bought all this contract last Friday. So here you can see the date. So the date you are seeing here is when they expire. So the buys you are seeing here, that's how much LY. So the buy you are seeing here, that's how much contract I bought in each one. So here is the number you are seeing here, call, or if what I say 500 cost 270 call, that is the price that I'm speculating that the stock is going to go to, right? So I bought all this last Friday. And for 1 week ahead, right?
Okay, so with the buys, does that mean you bought 10 contracts?
Yes, I bought 10 contracts, yeah. So whatever that price you saw,
Yeah.
it will be times 100 times 10.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So by Monday, I was already making this amount. On Monday morning, I was already making
Ooh.
this amount, right? And let me tell you guys, in total, all this contract here, I paid this Palantir, I already had it. Remember I told you guys I bought Palantir, I made money on Palantir the week before. So I kept my 2 contract. So that's this one you are seeing here, right? But these are the ones I bought. Even this one, I already had this one. But these are the ones I bought from the here to here. I bought them on Friday. By Monday, I was making money, right? And this contract, and I'll show you guys. Let me show you. In total, this was $500 that I put in it. This was around $500. This was $500. I think this was $500 too. This Apple was $500. This was 1,000. That was all I put in total. That was like $3,000. And let me show you what I was making like on Monday. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's finding the right contract. Uh, Finding the right contract, right? It's not about putting a lot of money in it. You can really start with a small amount. So you can see that Apple right there, right? Look at how much I paid for it, right? So that LY, that's what I was saying. When I bought this contract, the price was um I bought it on Friday, right? And I can show you. I know I'll probably
So
be jump.
when you said how much you paid for it, was it 49 cents?
Yeah, 49 cents. So
That's how much you paid in total?
49 cents is how much I paid for one contract. So remember, it's 49 times 100. So it will be
Oh,
$49.
okay, 49. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought it was just 49 cents. I was like,
they will
what?
always show it in the price of what the contract is, but then it's always times 100, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's 49 cents. The one contract cost times 100, that's like $49 times 10. So I paid like roughly around 4.99,
Mm.
right? And look at how many percent that returned, right?
Wow.
500%. So this is just a 499 investment, turned into 2,000. That is that one. Um, This is the Amazon one. I messed up on this one. This is not, this is the beginning of it. Let me show you the end of it. This is just the beginning of it. So that's that spy one, right? I paid $2 for that one. So you can see that one too, it's like around $400 I paid for it. I made 1,000, right? 1,006. This is this one too, right? I paid $500 for it because it's $50 times 10. $500. I made five uh 5,000. Let's just say 5,000. Then on Monday, this is how much I was making. 19,000 on Monday off $300, $3,000 investment, right? Then this is the Amazon one that I put $1,000. So you can see how much it cost me here, right? So that is 115 times 100 times 10. So that's how much I paid for it. $1,150. And you can see how much I made on it. About the total return that I got back was like 12,000. That's $1,000. Then there's this one. I only paid $2 for it, right? Or this one is my Palantir, right? So I've already had this one before. So when it went down, I bought more of it. The one you saw that was red on my thing, I bought more of it. The next on Monday, then I was able to, then the next day it went up, I made money on it. Right. So I'm showing you guys this and this one. So I messed up on this one though. I messed up. This is the one this is the one I really wanted to show you guys. So this one cost me $10. $10 per contract, 10 cents, $10, right? So I have 100 contracts. So that is like 10 cents times 100, right? That's $10. Then I bought 100 contracts. Because usually when it's 10 cents like that, I would just throw 1,000 at it because if it makes money, it will make money times 100, right? So I paid $1,000 for this. And that $1,000 was 15,000. So sometimes that's how you make money in option, right? But I'll be honest with you guys. You know, I always tell you guys the truth. I'll be honest. I messed up on this one so bad. Oh man. I don't even think, but I've recovered from it today. It is what it is. Did you guys know I didn't cash out any of this money?
What?
Seriously?
I was about to ask you, like, you did.
Why would you cash out?
Jesus is
What's
Lord.
going on?
Oh man.
Oh,
You left it?
I got too excited. I left it.
Oh God.
no.
Oh my God.
So
At least cash out small. Small at least.
I
Cash out
know, I
small.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Oh man. Oh man. I didn't
My God.
I didn't get any of this money. I lost every single thing.
Really?
So honestly, Lord is my witness. I lost everything. I'll be honest with you guys. So this was Tuesday. I was making money. This is when that contract got to the highest point it got to. This was Tuesday. It got here, right? So my strike price was 217, right? And that sometimes I'm telling you guys how to avoid traps, mistakes that I'm making that you guys should never make, right? One area that I messed up is I've already started calculating how much I want to cash out in my head, right? So when I was making this amount, I've already calculated that I can make more than this. So that was where I messed up. Number one, don't calculate. And I'll keep saying it. I made another mistake again this week. Don't calculate what you think you can make. Focus on what you are seeing in front of you right now. And had I followed that principle, I would have seen that I was already up 1,000 almost 1,500%. What else am I looking for? So when the stock was here, when the contract price was here, the stock price was at 214 and my strike price is 217. So I was like, okay, I only need to go up $3 more and I'll be in the money. And once you are in the money, then this, whatever you are saying here just starts to make ridiculous money. It will just start to almost double. So I was like, well, Amazon has been down for a while. I think it is going to get to that 317 today. So it got to that 314. This is how much I was making at the highest point. Then from there, it started dropping. So from 214, it dropped to 210. I can show you the story on the Amazon stock.
Yeah, you have me sad over here if I were not cashing
It's
it.
okay. It's okay. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's my fault. I mean, that's as far as stupidity and greed. So, but obviously, I thought I had a good game plan. But when it comes to options, there's no game plan. If you there's no game plan of making more profit. If you see your profit, sell it, right? So this is what I was saying, right? Um, right, wait, no, that's the day. Let me do 5 day. Okay, right. On Monday, right, we went here. So this is what I was telling you guys, right? So Monday, I was already making money. I'll say I'll leave it to Tuesday. I left it to Tuesday. This is what I was saying. You see here, it was at 214. I remember clearly. And my strike price is 217. I said, okay, I'll leave it to 270 because I think it will get there. It didn't go to 217. So on Monday, it dropped. By the end of Monday, it had already dropped to like right here, somewhere right here. I was losing some of my profit. So I said, okay, it's down one day. It will go back up. So it was like dropped to like 220. I said it will go back up Tuesday. Tuesday, it dropped some more. I said, okay, well, I see that is the price is hanging in there. At least it will have one red day this week. I left it till Wednesday. I decided to leave it till Wednesday. Wednesday, it dropped some more. But I was still making money in there, but my profit was just dropping. So I said, okay, you know what? It has to be Thursday or Friday. It has to be green one of these days. And usually when Amazon is green, it will probably go up like $5, $10. And I'll probably be in the money. Then Thursday, come Thursday, before market open, that thing just dropped like $5 again. But at that point, all the profit was gone. And that's how I lost all the money. So for this particular one, this one, I didn't cash out any of this. I invested 1,000 in it. I made 15,000 and I lost all of it.
I guess the thing
But I still end up making money this week though. But because I already made money from other ones that I traded on. So like in total, I probably would have made 40,000 this week, but I ended up still making like maybe like around 15 to 20. I didn't calculate how much. I still made like between 10 and 20,000 this week. Let me just say, because I didn't really calculate how much I lost, but this particular one, I didn't cash out any of this. So I lost majority of the money on this one. All this 15,000, I didn't get any of it. I lost it. And that shows you how in options, something can go up. And when you are in the money, don't even trust it to the next day. And it's just like what Mr. Henry said. What I should have done is and that's usually my strategy. I could have sold 90. Oh, you know what happened on Tuesday? I wanted to sell it on Tuesday. I said, okay, when it was at 214 and I was waiting for it to get to 270, I said, okay, I'll wait to see what it does by the end of the day. By the end of the day, I'll sell most of my position. And that's what I should. And by the end of the day, it went down, but I was still making the most profit than the rest of the week. And I said, let me push it one more day. That one more day that I kept pushing it just kept costing me. So the main thing in option is like when you are making money, look at what you are making, and it is best to take it out. It is best. So don't be like me, please. But also, I'm showing guys. What did you say?
Don't overcome your welcome.
Exactly.
Overstay.
Don't overstay your welcome. Exactly. Like,
Overstay your welcome, I mean.
but that's what I'm saying. It is very easy to find a winning contract where you see something where it's gone up. And especially if stock has been down, you buy it when it's down and it goes up. You see 20% return, 30% return.
Wait,
Always cash out. Always. Go
so
ahead.
you said it's easier to find a winning so with a novice like me, how do I go about finding that? Like just start browsing Yahoo Finance or
So it just
what?
so start with a watch list. You have to have a watch list. So I have a watch list of stocks that I trade on a daily basis, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I think
right.
yeah.
So I have my watch list here in Yahoo Finance, and you can create your watch list in Yahoo Finance. So these are my watch list. So every day I'm just looking at it. And if I see a stock that is down for the day, and I'll do some research on the stock, make sure like there isn't some type of news or anything that's affecting it, right? If it's a good company, I'll buy it. I'll just buy some, especially if the contract is cheap. You saw the ones I was buying was like 10-cent contract. Those are my favorite. Those are the one I always look for because you can make a lot of money on them if it goes in the direction. Because it doesn't even, you saw that I bought that thing at 10 cents and the stock price went up. It doesn't even have to get to the price you predict. And you
Mm.
can say, I could have sold it at any point and still made 15,000. So, I have my watch list and I just watch them for the day. The good thing about stock is they always go up and down. And if you see, like if I see a stock that is down today, that is a stock I have confidence in trading, then I'll buy it. And I'll buy maybe like a contract or two on it. And if when it goes up, I'll sell. I'll make money on it. That's how you find it.
So speaking of that confidence in the stock, is it through research and technical analysis, a combination of both, or how do you get that confidence in that
So
stock?
the main thing is like you have to, by confidence, I mean like companies like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, those your big companies that are not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Um, they are easier to trade because when they come down, they go up. They might go down for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, who knows? But they go up and down. There is enough volatility in them. They come down, they go up, and all that stuff, right? Versus if I go and buy like a penny stock right now, right? So let's
Yeah.
say I pick one penny stock that's like $2. That stock I did one company like that in December that I bought. It was a penny stock. I thought I was doing some research. I found it. I bought it because it was going down and I was expecting it to go back up. This was in like September or October. It was close to last year. And I can show you that stock now. That stock lost me so much money. AGIO. Let me show you 6 months. I bought it, see, in December. That's around the time I bought it. I bought it when it was like right here. Right? No, here. When it was like 48 December. You can see till today, it's still going down.
Wow.
And I bought 3-month contract on this thing. I was like, to give myself enough time. It just kept going down. It never recovered. It is till today, it's still down. So that is why I said that's where that's why I was using the word confident, because when you go and buy like any penny stock or stuff like that, there's sometimes they just don't go back up when they go down. But if you buy a company like Amazon, Tesla, let me show you Tesla's chart. Tesla's 6 months chart. You can see up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down here, then up here, right? There's enough volatility in it where it always goes up and down. And when you are trading option, you don't need to see a big swing. Just this up, down here, you are seeing just this alone can make you a lot of money. There's all this little up, down you are saying can make you a lot of money. So it doesn't have to swing by a big amount when you are doing options to make money. What matters in options is getting in at a good price, and when it goes up, you make money. Yeah.
Okay.
So for my watch list, I only just trade the big companies.
Okay,
So that's why you saw that my contract, you saw my contract was like, you saw my contract here. They are all big companies. So you see that is like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, Palantir. And this QQQ and SPY is like the index for S&P and NASDAQ.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the SPI. So my thing is, how does the like last week you were showing us with the charting, and how does that come into play with all of this? I'm trying to tie everything together.
Okay.
How does
So
the trading view and
okay. So this is how trading view works for me. And I
how
actually
do you
have a
tie
good
it
news.
into
I
it?
actually have a good news for you guys when it comes to trading view. So so it's up to whoever is interested. So this is how trading view works for me. So trading view prints the market opens here. Trading view prints my line, but sometimes my second line, my third and fourth line does not print. It depends on how the stock moves. For some stocks, it won't print. For the past couple of days, it hasn't been printing for Tesla, which is fine. So you can see market open here. Tesla right off the bat went up here. So anytime I see Tesla, what TradingView does for me is it helps me see when to buy and when not to buy. So as market open, Tesla was right here. So I bought Tesla here yesterday. No, not this one. So when the market opened yesterday, right? You can see here, Tesla went up here. So once Tesla crossed this purple line, I don't buy it. That's what TradingView does for me. It helped me see when to buy, right? So you can see Tesla went up here when market opened. And once it's past this purple line, I stay away from it. Then it got up here. It couldn't keep going. It ran into some type of resistance, then it dropped. So when Tesla dropped here, I bought it around here. Then it went up again past that purple line. Then at the time it passed this purple line, I just put my stop loss. Then when it was coming back down, they sold it for me. I made maybe like $100 on it because it didn't really have like a move up day yesterday. It was just kind of sideways. So to protect myself, I put my stop loss. They sold it. And you can see it just kept moving like this yesterday. So what TradingView does for me is when a stock has passed the purple line, I leave it alone. But if I see that it's close to the yellow line, I buy it. Because you can see as many times as it went here, went up, right? And it dropped down here close to the yellow line. It went back up here, dropped down to the yellow line and went back up here. So what it does for me is the coach GPT role for me is it helps me see the range of where the price is moving for the day so I can pick exactly where my entry point is. Usually in the morning when market opens, if I feel like the stock is going to keep going up, I may buy it right before it gets to the purple line, like somewhere here. But let's say it's pulling back, I'll wait till it gets close to the yellow line and I'll buy. And I can show you other stocks too. This is Amazon yesterday. So you can see this one printed the third and fourth line right here. So you see market open, it never even crossed the purple line. It just trade like this. This is not a good trade yesterday because it didn't do anything. It just was trading sideways. So usually when you see it like this, right? Even if you bought it here, you're not going to lose that much money because it's just not a move down. But I would have probably bought it, but I saw how it was trading, so I just kind of like stayed away from it. You want to see like big moves in them. So I made money on Nvidia again yesterday. It was the same thing, right? Right here. So the market opened, it kept dropping. Soon as it got to this line, I bought some, and it kept dropping. It got to this, I bought some. Then eventually, once it crossed that, they always go back up. Then it went back up to like right here. But yesterday was the same story for every stock. All of them just kind of trade sideways. They stocks yesterday didn't really go up, they didn't really go down. They just traded sideways. But this is a bad example of how stock moves because yesterday they didn't really move that much like that. So what TradingView does for me is the lines. It helps once this line gets printed. If a stock is down here, I'm looking at it, and it's early on in the day, it's probably good to buy it because at some point it will probably swing back up and it may still come down, but it will probably swing back up. But if in the morning, the stock already crossed this purple line or the green line, I leave it alone. Because at that point, you're probably just paying too much premium for it and it might drop back again. So that's what the code does for me. It just helps me see the levels of when to buy.
So when you select when to buy, so that's when you go into the other platform and based
Exactly.
on that, select the
Exactly.
options contract.
Exactly. So when I see like the stock price is right here, right? I just go into my Robinhood account, find the
Okay.
Tesla contract I want. And another thing is like, you see how the stock is crossing this price and the price is like 128. So when I buy my options, I'll just buy a strike price for that.
At 128.
Yeah. So that's also another way I pick my strike price. You understand? So because the support level here is like 128, right? So you can see this is pointing to this part. It's pointing to this price, right? So if I'm buying it somewhere here, I'll just buy for this price, the strike price for this price. And when it swings back up, you will already be in that 128. And if you were patient enough and left it to the end of the day, it kept me. So this big drop you guys are seeing here, all of them did the same thing yesterday. Because I think some news came out after market that dropped every single stock did the same thing. So if I show you Tesla, Tesla did the same thing. Amazon did the same thing. All of them did the same thing after market yesterday. I think some news came out and all of them just dropped. Yeah. So just gonna see. But the
What's the
line
good news?
helps the line excuse me.
What's the good news? Is that you have the good news for us?
So the news is that I've realized that the indicator I can actually I can publish it, but you have to send me an invite. Once you send me an invite, I will accept it. Then you can now use it on your trading view
Report.
thing.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh,
Yes, I think I signed up
that's
yesterday for
great.
the. Can we do it for like
How
the
do we
unpaid
send you an
version?
invite?
I think it's through trading view though, but I don't know how much I want to charge for it, but it's through trading view. I think I can send you guys it's this too. So if you guys go on trading view, take a screenshot of this and look for this indicator on trading view. This too, you'll find it and you should be able to like see how to send me an invite there.
So when we find it, we just click it or something.
Yeah, I think you'll see it
Mm.
like you'll see it like sending me an invite there. It should give you like an information on how to send me an invite.
Can this work for the unpaid or it has to be the paid version?
I think what the indicators you can put it on free versions too. So
Okay, how do
it doesn't have to be paid version. It has to be free.
We're going to use your
how do
email or what for the invite?
I think no, it would probably send me an email because my email is already attached to TradingView because I was the one that published it.
how do we
So
get there again?
we create that from our own account, right? From our account.
Yeah,
So we go
so
to the
in your
indicators.
TradingView account, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
You come to indicators here.
Okay.
Once you're on your chart, you click indicators, then you search for the name. This is the name. So if you search for this as
Okay.
scenario 6, you will see there's a bunch of indicators that people create, right?
People
You search
created.
for it,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
you search
Okay.
for it. When you find mine, it would tell you it's invite only. Then there's probably like a link there you can use to request access or something.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm not gonna
That's
make
good.
it free though. That's the thing. But I don't know
Oh,
how much I want to charge for it. But I'm not gonna make it free. That's part of the reasons why I made it this way. But I don't know. But it's
Aziz,
but yes, go ahead.
um, actually, with this trading thing, I'm totally a novice. Like, if you think of novice, it's even what you have in mind is even better than what I am. And with what I'm seeing today, it has piqued my interest, and I'm trying to. I'm going to have a look into it and start somewhere, sometime.
Mhm.
Um, I just, what do you advise? What are the tools that you think you should look into when you're starting?
Oh yeah, so it's very simple. For your stock news, Yahoo Finance. Use Yahoo Finance. It's the easiest one I've found out there. There's like some few out there that you can use. Like I'll tell you some of the good ones. CM, what is it? CMS, CMBC, right? But those ones you probably have to pay for them, right? But for the basic one, Yahoo Finance is pretty good because you can. How why I like Yahoo Finance is right.
Mm-hmm.
I can. I'm at yahoo.com. Right? I can be on Yahoo Finance, right? And right on their main page, you see a bunch of articles of just the latest things going on, right? You can see this is 17 minutes ago, like how stories is developing throughout the week and throughout the day and the week, right? So the articles is good because when you are doing stock, you have to pay attention to the news. Things going on in the economy does affect the stock. So you have to pay attention to that. So articles um, helps. Yahoo Finance has good articles that would give you good information, just update you. And the thing about the articles is like they have partnered with some other people where they will show you articles from other people. It's not just only Yahoo Finance article. You can see this article is from Monthly Fool, Barron's, so from different people, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so I like Yahoo Finance, but I also Yahoo Finance. If you search for any stock, if you search for any stock, right? You get all the information you can get about that stock here. So if you want to check Amazon now, you want to find out the news, you can check news on Amazon here. You see all the news, recent articles people are writing on Amazon. Research, this one is if you have the paid one. They have some research, right? So you can see according to this research, right? They
Mm-hmm.
are saying Amazon is bullish and it should go to 270. Right. This is another research by Morningstar, which is a very reputable like stock analyst company, right? And they are saying Amazon to 240. That's why I'm so hard at it with Amazon. That's why I was thinking it was gonna go up, right? Not because I saw this, but I know Amazon is a good company, obviously, right? So there's research here, there's chart here. So the chart is if you want to see, right, the stock price, right? There's community, you want to see what other people are saying about it, right? Right, look at it, 200K comments, right? You can read what people are saying about it. A lot of people are still very like bullish on it, right? So you can read that here. Statistics. So I like Yahoo Finance for this because it just gives you a bunch of good information on the stock, right?
I see.
Historical data, profile. So for a beginner, I think Yahoo Finance is good. And it's not expensive to get, right? So then
Okay.
they have a free version and it even shows you the options chain. Like you can come to the options, you can see the different contracts that are out there, what price they are, and all that stuff. So Yahoo Finance is very good. So I think
Thank you.
under finance, is it analysis? I don't know how to break down their finance, right? So another thing I like is you see here, right? It shows you their past earnings, right? And not that I know how to reinterpret this 100%. I really don't. So you can see what analysts are the price target that analysts are giving Amazon, right? On average, they say Amazon should be at 237. On the high end, it will be at 288, and on low end, it will be at 195. Currently, it is at 205. I will say 202 because it went down at the day. So sometimes this is what I look at, right? When it's going to move, nobody knows, right? Nobody really knows. You can only speculate. But if I say like good company like Amazon that is trading almost at the low end, and a lot of analysts are saying that it's going to be here, I believe that. So right now, Amazon is really at a discount. When it is going to make that move to eventually get to 237 and up, I really don't know when. But all I know is like it's at a discount now. So I try my luck every year, here and there, to hopefully, with hopes that that week that I buy the contract for is that week it is going to move. Right. But Amazon is definitely at a discount right now, for sure. So this is what I use. So because Yahoo Finance give you a lot of good information about it. And if there's anything you don't understand, you can copy it, paste it in ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to explain it for you. Right. So, and for your charting, you guys already know, for your charting to see the stock price every day, the candle. What I like about this is like, as the stock is moving up and down, you see it in real time. Right. For that, just use TradingView. I haven't used other ones, but I find that TradingView is very good.
I just created an account on that on TradingView just now.
Okay, yeah. So use TradingView, and that's really just keep it that simple. So what I want you guys to do is every day, like in the morning when you are working, you should also have like your news and stock thing open to the side. So you just look in, even if you don't know anything about it, just continue to look at it. Look how stock price goes up and down, this and that. Stocks you are interested in. Eventually, you'll start to understand. You see a pattern in it. But for this code that ChatGPT wrote for me, trust me, every single day it works. I just showed you. You guys see the lines. These lines are not printed. You can say this is the end of the day. This is the end of, this is even when the news came out. And that's when the stock drops here. You can see that this line gets printed at the latest by 10 a.m. in the morning. This one gets printed when market opens. And this two gets printed after some trades in the market have completed, right? So it gives you the potential of how the stock is going to move for the day. Usually when you say the price don't move too far away from it. Sometimes it might break the last line or the line at the top, but typically this is a very solid range to trade the stock every day. And I just showed you, I can show you other stocks, and then you will see that you will never see the price breaking out too much out of that range. Look at it. This is another one. This is another one, right? So this is what you want. So if you're buying it here, you want it to break to the upper side. And the more it goes to the upper side, you make money, right? But once it goes to the upper side, once you see that you're making a good amount, put your stop loss, because at some point it will probably free fall again. Then it might still swing back up if it's a solid day. This is what you want. Or if it's a day that the market is just going down, it might break the last line. But typically, that is the range. You can see, let me show you another one. You can see here, it's always that. Even if it breaks the last line, it will still come back up. And that's typically what you want. If it breaks the last line in the beginning of the day, you can almost guarantee it will swing back up. It will swing back up. It might go up and come back down. So here, this could have been a good opportunity to get in yesterday, and someone would have made money from here to here. But I wasn't looking at this yesterday. You can see all of them, they do the same thing. So you can see even when this dropped yesterday, it dropped to that line. And this was because of the news.
So quick question. So
yeah.
usually when you buy, is it usually typically in between the purple line and yellow line or under the yellow line?
Okay,
When
yeah. So
when
that's
you
a good.
jump in.
So a good time to buy is you want to know a good time to buy is right. So I have this thing here. This is the index for S&P, and NASDAQ. And the
Okay.
rule of thumb for me is if this two is green, it
Yeah.
means the sentiment for the market for the day is bullish, right? So if I see a particular stock dropping, like for example, let's say early in the morning it dropped to the yellow and the red line, I'll buy it on the red line, and I'll wait for it to swing back up. I mean, start buying it on the yellow because sometimes they'll go to the yellow, go back up. And sometimes they'll go to the red and go back up. So I'll start a small position on the yellow, and if it drops to the red, add another position. Then once it swing back up, sell it, right? Or if the day opens and it is already between the purple and the green, right? If this is green, it might keep swinging up. Then you can enter it right before it gets to the purple. But once it passes the purple, set your stop loss, right? Because it could keep swinging up or it could go back down to the red, then it will go back up to the. So it just depends, right? But the rule of thumb is if you've seen it, don't, for example, the rule of thumb for me is if the stock has already passed the purple, I'm not going to go and enter my position and buy a call. And the reason why I started even entering the trade on my trade on yellow and red is because when they drop that like that during the day, I'll get it at a cheaper price. Then when they swing back up, I'll make money on it. So typically on Friday, I'm always praying that it goes down so I can get it for cheap. And when it swings back up the next week, I'll make money on it.
Okay. So, two questions. What is the green again? What is that? The green line?
So you can call these
The
ones like
green.
these are the resistance level.
th-
So
okay.
this means that this is the price the stock can get to, and it will go back down. Right. It
Okay.
means
That's
that
the.
once the stock is getting to this price for the day, it's almost getting expensive. And once the stock is getting to this price for the day, they're almost getting cheaper. Meaning that
So,
go ahead.
so the yellow and red, that means it's getting cheaper, and the green and purple is getting expensive.
Mm-hmm. For me, that's how I interpret it. Obviously, they mean something. So this purple and this, I'll tell you this ones. This purple and yellow, this is how much the stock went up and down in the pre-market. So right before market open, people go in and buy. This is how much the stock went up and down. Then once the market opens and there's some people trade starts going in, this is how much the range that the price was going in during regular trading days, right? So, and I've reviewed this thing for weeks and weeks. They always stay in this range. On a good day, if let's say you buy something, what you want is you want it to go up and push past this pop and go up as high as it can go.
Mm.
But typically in this range is when you want to enter your position. So if something
Okay.
is here, I'm not going to buy it here. And I've seen Tesla where the stock was here, I didn't buy it, and it still ended up going all the way up here. It's fine. But I was just rather majority of the time, once it passed that purple or green, um, let's say it's here and the purple is on above the green, you can still enter it in here and it might go up like that. So there's like tons of examples like that. So you can see here yesterday, market opened here. All right. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes if you can catch it before the purple, you can buy it here. So it went up to the purple. Once they pass that purple down, it's finding a new, it's expensive. People will start selling. And once people start selling, the stock price will drop. So did that and eventually it dropped back to the purple. Right. So
Okay.
that just helps me see the range. Like if you see the range, because before when I used to buy stock, I would just buy stock when it's going up and down, and I don't even know why I'm buying it. I just know, oh, it's going up. I think it will keep going up. I'll keep buying. But now, even if a stock is going up and I can say that, okay, this going up has passed my purple line, I'll just stay away from it. But I'll rather look for something else that you think is going to do well. And typically what I see is that if they fall to the yellow and red line in the beginning of the day, like 9 to 10 a.m., 11 a.m., they're already on the yellow to green line, the yellow and the red line and the sentiment of the market is generally green, they always swing back up. But yesterday was a terrible day for any stock because, like I said yesterday, not too many of them moved up or down. They were just all trading sideways. That's why you are seeing this. So this chart is not really like a good chart.
So the sentiment of the market is based on those colors, those two green on the right side, right?
Where? Which one?
Now you said if the sentiment of
The indexes, if S&P index and Nasdaq index is green.
okay, so
Because
when I see RDDT that's red, does that mean the sentiment for that is going down?
no, this is a stock. This is a stock. It means it closed red yesterday.
Okay,
This
so
is
how do
this
you know if the sentiment of the market is gonna go up? It's good.
you just look at these two indexes right here. These two.
Those two, okay, so since it's green is going, what if it was red?
It means the sentiment is going down. It means like there is more bearish than bullish. You understand?
Okay.
Because this tracks the overall market. So S&P is like Fortune 500, right?
Yep,
And
yep,
Nasdaq is Nasdaq 100, right?
yeah.
So the concept is if this thing that is tracking the overall market is red, you can almost be certain that the general direction of, you can use it to predict the general direction of the market. You understand? You may still have some stocks, individual stock that may go up or down, but generally you see that this is green yesterday. And generally all stocks, most of the stock closed green. And it is almost the same thing. When this is red, you will see that majority of the stocks will close red. So it is a good prediction. ChatGPT was the one that taught me this.
Yeah, since
So
ChatGPT.
so that's why I added this there. So if I want to enter a position, most of the time, let's say it is going down and is on the yellow, I'll look at the sentiment of the market. And if this is green, and like for example, a company like Tesla's is on the yellow and the red, and this is green, I'll just quickly check, make sure there's no news that is affecting it. Then you can almost be confident to buy it because it will swing back up. Even if it never gets to the purple line, it would go up and it might come back down again. But when you are trading option, you really don't, when it goes up by a whole lot, you make a lot of money, but you really don't need it to go up by a whole lot. $3-4 swing can make you money too. So buying it on the red, and I can show you Tesla yesterday. So you can
You
say,
know,
went up initially, came down, went up. So as I got to like that yellow line, it went back up again to the purple line. Just this swing alone, let's say you bought it here and you sold it here. This is like 342, 349. So that's like a $7 swing. You can make money on it.
yeah, and these like support resistance lines in this print. So the code is it printing it based on like market like sentiment, or how is
No,
it knowing like those
the
lines?
code
Yeah.
is printing it for each stock based on how their price is moving.
So it's based on how the price is moving.
Yeah, based on how each price of the stock is moving. That's why the code is printing the lines for each stock. Has the price movement for each stock is different, so that's how it is moving. I
Okay, so
just
it prints it
added
like
this
every
year.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I just added this year so I can see the general direction of the market. Because on some day, like the stock may start out going up and you think it's going to keep going up, you buy it, but then the market is red, then all of a sudden they just drop down. So it's good to get the sense of, since ChatGPT taught me this and I've been looking at it, it always seems to be true. If this is green, you can almost be sure that, especially even the big seven company, Tesla, Amazon, majority of them, if not all of them, will be green too. And if this is red, most likely those are going to be red too. So that's some of the strategy I use. So with options, it's just finding a good entry. And yesterday and lately, I've been seeing that a good entry is usually when if they drop to the red or yellow line early on in the day and the market sentiment is green, they will go back up. They might not shoot up, but like I said, just this swing from here to here, that is money right there. Even from here to here, that is money. Because I mean, it's just that I was just greedy this week, honestly, and I kind of like got away from my own strategy, which is I got what I deserved, right? Really, my goal is to really make $1,000 a day. You can easily do that. Because with moves like this will probably, if you're getting at the, like when I did the Tesla move here, I made like maybe 150. And that's because I put my stop loss, right? 150 for the day is good. And if I tried there was like the other day I was doing that couple of trades, they didn't move, but I set my stop loss and I was making 250 here, 250 there, 200 there. And by the end of the day, I've made over 1,000 on like 5 or 6 trades, right? Because once I say like it's here, I buy it and I wait. And even Nvidia did the same thing yesterday and I made money on it. So Nvidia dropped all the way up here, down here. And I bought it right here and it kept dropping. And I just left it alone. And by the end of the day, it has gone up here. So I mean, that's some of the strategy I use, honestly. Right.
Yeah, let us know when you are ready to publish the indicators or what.
It is published now. So if you guys want access to it, just send me a message. Then we can discuss it. But I'm
Um,
Okay,
thinking,
so just
Aziz,
okay.
Aziz, I've tried to find your, let's say,
okay.
Yeah,
So
I don't
where's the
think I could
publish?
find your stuff too on there. Like I'm new to using TradingView, so I'm not even
okay,
sure if
so
I'm
let
doing it.
me do a research on how you guys can find it. Maybe I will try to open another account and I'll see how to find it and I'll let you guys know.
Okay,
I'll do it as soon as possible. So
okay.
even if you can have it going into next week, you can just I'll say don't start buying options with it. I'm saying like once you add it to your chart, study the price movement for each stock
Okay, okay,
every day and see if it's working for you. This works for me perfectly, honestly. I used to just buy stock blindly. Like as soon as especially when it starts going up, I get scared, not get scared, I get that fear of missing out and I jump into it, right? But then, but then I'm buying it too high because if a stock is already on this purple line and you're buying it, you may be buying it too high majority of the time. Because even though it might still keep going up for the day, but generally, I don't want to buy it in this range. I want to buy somewhere here or here. Here will probably be good, but when it's here, sometimes you have to just make sure it is not a day like yesterday where the market is trading sideways. But if it's like a day where you see the market moving, then um, getting in at this range will help because once they swing back up to like the purple line, at the time they are the purple line, put your stop loss. If it keeps going up, fine, you make more money. And if it does not, you protect yourself and protect some of the profit you make. So yeah. Um, so once you're in trading view, you can set you see all the things here. Just type the name of so here you can click this, search for the stocks, and you can ask them to add them to your watch list over here. Right. So if you want to create different sections, right? And I always forget how to do this thing. Or if you want to create different sections, you see over here, right? If you click here, you can add sections, right? So that's how I create this section. So here, it will give it your name. So I call it Spy QQQ. So you guys can take a screenshot of this. then just find your stock and put it. And let me show you my Yahoo Finance. So you can take a screenshot of this too. Take a screenshot of, let me make it smaller a little bit. And if I can make it smaller. No, it won't go any smaller. So take a screenshot of this just to see the stocks that I have in my, you know what? Let me see something. Yeah. I can only import the list. I can't export it. I was trying to say if I can export it so I can just give it to you guys. So that way you have it. I want to make a copy of it. But they are just really easy to add, right? I'll say to start, just start with your Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, the top 7. And you can even ask ChatGPT, right? Um, top stocks to day trade in options. And tell me why. It will give you some stocks. And I think that's how I came up with this list here. Then I have list 2. List 2 is other stocks that I like. And I just put them on list 2. Because what I found is if you have all of them in one list, it will be difficult for you to move through them during the day. And you won't be, at least for me, I couldn't make up my mind which one I want to trade for the day. Because it was just too much. So now every day I only focus on this. Well, I mean, is this 6? Then every now and then I'll go into my list 2 and list 3. And how you create them is in here, right? So you can to create a new list, right? It'll create a new list for you and you'll give it a name here. And if you pin it here, you click on this. That's how you get it here like this. Then you can just click through it.
And you have to upgrade for that.
Oh, you have to?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to share my screen saying you have to like a premium.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if that's
I'm not really. I don't know. I maybe you
yeah.
and this one too. So I have different trading thing but I think it's just honestly it's good to pay for it, right? I get if you have any amount to pay for it, you will get most out of it. And you guys have just think about it, it's an investment. Even when for like an indicator like the one that I'm giving you, it's an investment. I mean, don't look at how it is going. What I want you guys to see, how is it going to benefit you? And that's the main thing you guys should be trying to get out of anything you willing to pay for. How is it going to benefit you? Because I mean, you have these tools, right, that can help you possibly get it. You can have one good trade and you can make triple the money and you'll make all the money you invested in just to start this thing to begin with. That's what I was showing you guys here. That's what I was showing you guys here. This tool was what helped me enter a lot of this trade, honestly. Because on that last Friday, when I saw that the price was dropping on Friday and they were already on this thing, I just created my options watch list here. And once I had it and I just started, but I waited till they got to like the yellow and the red line. I just started buying it, right? And you saw that this one cost me just $10, 10 cents for each one. And I ended up turning it to 15,000. Even though even if the mistake of not taking the money out, that was my fault. But the potential of me making that money was there. So that's how you have to look at it. Now I think I've gotten to the point where I don't even look at how much stuff costs anymore. If I need something and I find it somewhere, and as long as it's something I can afford, I'll pay for it. You know, because I'm always looking at what potential thing that I can get back from it. So yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have any other question? 'Cause I think we're at the end of the day though.
Yeah, so I guess you said we should message you for the for the indicator stuff, or
Yeah,
you just
let me figure out how to find it. Then I'll show you guys. I'll message you guys on how to find it.
okay?
So crypto with Kev, I'm not sure if you're still here. The parameters I use is to find good option is oh yeah. So that's a good question. So to find good options, you have to make sure you see out here in trading view, typically options you will make the most money on is the volumes for the day. So it has to have a lot of good volume. So you can see here, yesterday, 226 million volumes for NVIDIA, 40, 43 million for Amazon, 95 for Tesla. So it has to have a lot of good volumes. That is one. So look at the volume, right? The second one is, let me see if it is here. Oh no, I'll show you in Yahoo Finance. The second one is open interest. So if you want to buy a contract, look at the open interest on that contract. You want to make sure it is a contract that a lot of people also want. Meaning that if there's a lot of people in it, it would make money. There will be enough liquidity in it to make money on it, right? So open interest, right? So you can see here the open interest for this contract. Like let's say you go and buy this one where there's only 3 open interests in it, then there's not enough money flowing in it, right? But if you look at um, this one for Amazon for 220, this one. So technically this contract that I told you guys I was making 15,000 on that I didn't cash out, what I ended up doing is I ended up rolling the contract into next week. So I've lost the 15,000 on it, but what I did is I extended my expiration date. So instead of it expiring this Friday, now it's going to expire next Friday to give me another opportunity. If Amazon end up moving up this week, I can make the money back. But either way, how you look at it, I still lost the money because I could have sold it, then use some of that profit to buy for this week again. So either way, it's still a loss. Um, so yeah, so you can see here the open interest for this call is like 16,000 people, 15,000, 10,000, 27,000. This is anything in the thousands, like 563 is good, right? So the first one is the volume. The second one is open interest. I mean, they also have like some Greek value like theta and all that stuff. I don't know how to interpret those. So my criteria is open interest, um, the volume, and I wait for the stock to be down. So if let's say it's a day that the stock is up $11 or so, I don't buy. But if let's say the stock is temporarily down, is down $5 or however it is down, because usually when the stock price is down, it is cheaper. The options will be cheaper. So another criteria is I wait for the stock to be down to have a pullback, then I buy it then. So those are the main 3 things I use, but there's probably other things other people use too. But I don't drop options call because I don't want to tell you guys to buy something, you lose money on it, then you come cuss me out. So, that's why I'm more focused on teaching you guys how to do it. Then you make your own decision. But no, I don't drop options because I do lose money from time to time. But I would say though, I've picked winning options stock than losing. And even when I pick ones that are losing money, it's not like I put a lot of money in it. I always end up putting a lot of money in something. If I bought something and it's down and I start averaging down, that's when I end up putting too much money in it. But even if I pick something that is down, I don't usually put a lot of money in it. The only time I was putting a lot of money in was when I was doing earnings call, but I don't do that anymore. So, it's very is the where I've lost money the most is not knowing the right time to sell. Like the one that I showed you guys that I lost 15,000 on. It's always that not knowing the right time to sell. Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions. You're welcome. So do you guys have any other question? All right, cool. Well, you guys just hit me up if you have any other question. But thank you. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you so much, Aziz. We'll be waiting for the
All right.
link.
All right. No problem.
Thank you, Aziz.
All right, no
Um,
Thank you
problem.
so much.
I've sent the link of the Dual Cloud project to your Slack
Okay, sure.
account. You
Okay,
can check
I'll
it
check
out
it.
and just have a look at it.
Okay, I'll check it. All right.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Aziz.
Have a
All
nice
right, thank you.
weekend.
Thank you, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.